Hello and welcome to today's Coffee with Craig. This is where we talk about everything relating from culture, politics, you name it, all relating to the Second Amendment and firearms. So do me a favor, please make sure to like this video feed as well as share it so that your friends and family, those who follow you on social media, can become part of the discussion. So today we're going to talk about gun buyback programs. Specifically, we're going to talk about what a failure they happen to be. They're really about show. It's a way in which for people to say, look, we're doing something by getting guns off of the street. Well, the problem is most of the firearms that are actually obtained during these gun buyback programs are oftentimes barely functional. They're not generally the firearms that are being used in crimes, and quite frankly, if they are, it's a pretty good dumping ground for a crime gun, especially with their no questions asked policies. But all of that aside, one of the things every once in a while you'll get this big media thing and say, look, we confiscated a bazooka. Look at this. We got a rocket launcher at our gun buyback program, and they'll walk around with their chests out. Now, mind you, oftentimes they'll walk around with these things. As a matter of fact, let me show you. Look, here they are right here. Look, here's a video of them kind of showing off what they got at this particular gun buyback program in San Francisco on the 16th.
I'll take number 175, sir.
One shotgun, one rifle. Otherwise, 32. Over there.
Look at that. Isn't that scary? I'm scared. I don't know about you.
It's something else.
That is something else.
Yeah, code 4 making the 909.
No.
Okay, enough is enough. So let's talk about these particular things. So first of all, the important thing to understand, this is what a lot of people who know absolutely nothing about anything don't get about these. First of all, these rocket launchers are generally, they're single use, meaning that once they have been used, they don't fire again. They are completely and utterly non-functional, right? And the thing is that they're generally sold at a nominal price as, because they look cool. That's pretty much all they are. But pretty much what they are well-decorated empty metal tubes. And so oftentimes people will trade in these empty metal tubes that maybe they paid $20, $30 for at some surplus store. They'll trade them in for gift cards of $100, $200. So now you tell me that that's not a significant profit. In fact, these things are in fact so benign. Here's one that obviously that they've used. Once again, this is a different gun buyback program. But here you have an individual who's holding up in his hand, look what we confiscated. And in that, he totally forgets to mention that written in big black letters is the word trainer, meaning that the thing doesn't work. That's it. The thing is completely and utterly non-functional. But then again, this goes back to where the anti-gun community is. They're not interested in actually being safe. They're interested in looking safe or feeling safe. And if you feel okay with the fact that a fake rocket launcher is now off the market, it's no longer on the streets, an empty metal tube is no longer going to potentially harm you and your children, well, then you are an idiot. If that makes you feel any safer. Okay. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's Coffee with Craig. Before I sign out, let me just say this. If you really want to do something, this is the anti-gun folks out there. Listen up. If you really want to do something to really help make people safer, stop. Stop doing what you're doing. Allow people to exercise their fundamental human right to be able to defend themselves. Their constitutional right to keep and bear arms. Get out of the way, and I promise you, we will have a much safer society. Now, we're done. That's going to be it for today's Coffee with Craig. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for liking and sharing these videos and reminding everybody and letting everybody know about the Firearms Policy Coalition, the home in the fight for civil rights. Talk to you again soon.
If you like our videos, follow, subscribe, like, and share.